If you're looking for good news, then pull up a chair with Donald Abbott and Christopher Dare. We've got local stories you'll sure want to share, so stay right there. Good News Media, we're your go-to for feel-good reports. Good news.
I'm Christopher Dare.
I'll love it.
Hello, welcome to the Dare and Donald Show, and I'm Christopher Dare, and this is our
Donald Abbott.
And we are hanging out. Where are we hanging out?
We're at one of the newest restaurants in the city of Sparks.
We're on fire. That's what I'm telling you.
Firehouse Subs.
Oh, so we're not on fire.
We're not on fire.
Okay,
yeah.
Good enough. Good enough.
We got our water just in case.
So check this out. Oh yeah, check it out. I got myself a little steak sandwich going on here. Oh.
I got a meatball sandwich. They gave me a fork and a knife, and should I use it or should I?
Oh, come on, brother, dive in.
Okay,
shows how to. Oh yeah. So you think that's good? What do you think about that? Oh yeah. He says good.
Meatball.
Yeah. Tell you what. So these guys have been pretty busy here. We've been sitting here watching.
Yep.
Now you said these guys are from Carson City?
Yeah. That's the original spot up here in northern Nevada. It's out in Carson City. This is our first branch up here in Reno Sparks area.
So if you're one of those crazy people who have driven all the way to Carson City to get your food, I tell you, you don't have to do that anymore. You actually can just do it right here.
It's an exciting time. Yeah, it opened Monday. I was the first customer here.
Of course you were. So how many restaurants do we have in the city of Sparks?
173 today.
173 today. Very cool. He's keeping track, and he's in such good shape because he eats at every one of them.
Round is the shape. That it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So we have such great news for you. We're excited to share. And on a more serious note, so this place was started by firefighters, and obviously because he doesn't know how to put a hat on, he was not a firefighter. But tell us something special about this place.
So we have a public safety fund. I think it's about 0.11% of our bill goes towards. You can also have the opportunity to round your bill up. So save it like $7.83. You can round it up to $8 and donate those 17 cents to the cause.
And so it all goes to firemen?
Public safety. So
any kind of public safety.
Any type. So I know they did one with a canine out at I forgot his city's out near Carson. We did some stuff with firefighters. Not we, the Firehouse Subs.
Gotcha. Oh, that's fantastic.
So I think they donated, it's I want to say around $40 million as a whole of the company.
Oh, wow.
So it's definitely a good chunk of change.
So this is definitely one of the companies, I would say, to all other companies, you know, when you ethically think about giving back to your community, these guys know how to do that.
Definitely.
So they are on fire, then, I would say.
They did a good job.
That's awesome. We also have a few other things that have happened in this last month and a half or so we want to make sure you know about. One of it is we had our farewell to Gino Martini.
What a splendid evening that was.
I'll tell you what. He was a fantastic mayor and a good friend.
Yeah, it was a packed house, full of lots of speeches, original politicians. They went for a while.
Dear Lord, those politicians won't shut up.
Oh, man. But it was a great way to send off our beloved mayor.
Yes. No, very good. And then we had the turkey trot, which how far did you run?
2.2 miles around the marina.
No, did you run?
I walked.
Thank you. I want to make sure. He didn't run. We just make sure. So I did the 10K, so I did it. This year, I have to say, I tried to do it in under an hour. I did it. I did it in 1 hour and like 2 minutes, so my age is showing. Okay, we are in our last mile. Doing pretty good. Good stamina. I haven't stopped. Catching some few people, but happy Thanksgiving. God bless you. Couldn't get it.
Training for next year now.
I've been eating.
You're turning around as well.
So, but it was awesome. I think we had almost 2,000 people at this one. Well, the weather looked like it was snowing that morning, and then it cleared up and got hot. So,
it wasn't too bad. Not at all.
So next year, Turkey Trot, come join us. You can walk with him or run with me or drive somewhere, who knows. So we have a lot of Christmas stuff too. Why don't you start up with some of that?
Lots of Christmas stuff. We started out with the Marnell Christmas tree.
That was awesome.
Great tree lighting. They donated, I believe, to Parks and Rec as well. They gave us a check. That was lovely. The next week, we had the smartest tree that we lit.
And that is always so great.
So much fun. We had a little young lady that came up and flipped the switch for us.
You know the coolest thing is we have so many people in Sparks who come out for that, and I love it. It's just really neat watching. I'm hoping that we can maybe do something with Marnell next year or something together. But one big tree lighting or something, because it's just such a great crowd. It was just pretty good. And then we had 39 North Pole.
Yep.
Now that was a fantastic event. It went for about 3 nights, 3 days, and I don't know the numbers and stuff. The weather got crazy, but every time I went out there, people were seeing Santa.
Yeah, Santa was a busy man that day.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. And then we have a very special announcement.
Yes. USA Today, we got nominated for the best Christmas parade in the nation. And what place did we get?
We got second. But think about this, because some people say, well, you didn't win, so, you know. But we beat out some
big names.
Big names.
Cities that are larger than our state's population is.
Chicago and some of those places.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool that we did this. So our city rocks it. We just want to say that. And the parade was awesome anyway. So it was a lot of fun. You know, how many people did you hit with candy? Check this out. He totally pegged somebody. So if you're out there and you're watching this, his name is Donald Abbott. And, you know, if you get with me, I'll make sure your lawyer can talk to him.
Who had the hard candies? I had the nice soft chews.
Oh, so when it hit them, it just softly hit them? It was great. I kept making it rain. I kept taking them up in the air. And
so, if you were looking up at candy that hit you in the eye, Christopher Dare was your man on that note.
So we also had, so we have a lot of different things to go through, but one of it, you know, to our police officers, we give out awards to them every year, so we had that. And it was awesome being there because you get to line up all of our officers, and I can tell you what, every one of them almost got an award of some sort because they all are just, we have a great police force. And so do know that when you're out there, you're seeing a police officer, thank them. And I can't speak for everything that's happening around this country and every police officer in this world, I'll tell you, but I can talk about Sparks PD, and I can tell you they are awesome, they care for you, and you know they want to hear from you. So please, if you see them, tell them thanks.
Yeah, they care for the community. You know, their motto is community first, I believe.
Yep.
And they live by that motto, that's for sure.
Now Donald did find another job that he could do. He could become a baking chef.
Yeah,
He made cookies for everybody.
Thanks to Google, I found a cookie recipe. So it was my family Google recipe. It's been in the internet for years.
They were charred peanut butter cookies. I mean,
turns out people enjoyed charred peanut butter cookies. I cooked some medium rare, some well done.
Yes, he's more like a bake. You know, maybe call you like a chef instead of a baker. Maybe, you know.
Chef.
You know,
Chef Abbott.
Well, I make fun of him more, but the truth is I brought cookies, but my wife baked them.
I was going to bring that one down. I was going to ask who baked your cookies.
Well, I ate some, so that was good of me.
Tested them? No poison in them?
Yeah.
That's
so,
good. But then
go ahead.
You know, we had tons of cookies. We had a little cookie exchange with other city staff members. So I think maybe 12, 14 of us, give or take, participated. What did we do with those excess cookies?
And that was the coolest part. We got to take like whole trays of them over to the seniors around us and just leave them. And they were so excited.
Oh, super excited.
I can't wait till next year, truly. I'm going to give him some tips on how not to burn his cookies, but or my wife will. I maybe not the one to give the tips. But I tell you what, we really loved doing that, and we will do that again. And who knows, we'll see where this grows to, but it really was an awesome thing getting to bring those cookies.
And they actually sent a thank you card, too.
Oh, that is
cool.
cool.
So that was kind of cool to... It just warms my heart.
Yeah. You're next.
Back on the police, though. Didn't you graduate?
Oh, yes, that's right. So this is a 10-week course I was in. Something you already did, so I just want to be like Donald. But it was an awesome course, actually. We got to go through and learn and see what our police officers go through. We got to learn what's happening in our community. I got to go through and even do some shooting and do some just a simulation of each thing. I mean, it was very interesting. The final day, it was really a lot of fun because I got to be the detective solving a whole murder case. And just watching what they go through, how they go through it. You know, and this is the thing that I got more out of it than anything, is our police officers truly, you may wonder what they do or what they do. They sacrifice a lot for us and for that safety. And part of the reason, just think about this. When you're at Christmas and you maybe got the day off or didn't, but you got to go to work and come home, a lot of them didn't even see their family on Christmas. A lot of them, and that's the same with our firemen. And so I just want you to think about this. When we think of our first responders, they are working for you in the most inconvenient times. And especially it seems like they work more during those times. So I just think they sacrifice a lot, their family sacrificed a lot, and it was awesome to be there. But I graduated. Yay!
What was your favorite part?
My favorite part, you know, actually was watching our different citizens taking the class change just their, not attitudes, but what they thought they understood about it. A lot of them thought they came in with questions that were a little more like, hey, why don't you do this, or why don't you do this? And by the end of it, they were like, oh,
they're ambassadors now.
Oh yeah, they're ambassadors, exactly. That's why I think the class is great. So if you have questions, and I even say this, if you have concerns, like maybe you think our police don't do anything, and I'd argue with you myself, but let's say you want to go. It's open to people, and if you want to go in and be a part of that at the class, they do it every twice a year. So
spring will be coming up. It's no charge.
Yeah, it'd be an awesome thing. It's on Tuesday nights typically, and it's a couple hours of your life each week. But it was well worthwhile. Definitely. Your mom went through it actually.
She did.
She was a rock star.
As well.
She was a rock star. I'll tell you what. She scared me a couple times because she's like, yeah.
Now you know how I made it.
Exactly.
So Coconut Bowl.
Yeah.
Had a very, very large expansion. I think about 50,000 square feet. They took the outdoor go-karts, made them indoor. So now we have them year-round. We have laser tag in there. They added some bowling lanes. They have a taco truck. They have a little like a meeting room center, so we can have
very cool.
Companies in town that have a little workshop.
So I think next time we'll try to do our next Good News Media there, so you guys can see.
Fun.
And truthfully, I just want to ride a go-kart, but it'd be fun.
You get a season pass with me and come join me.
I'm okay. You already have a season pass?
For the winter events, yes. it's a good use of my money. But nothing is. I think they're listed on the top 5 largest family amusement.
Oh, very cool.
Maybe not parks, but family event centers.
Well, that's a great place, and my kids work there, and I know a lot of people start the first job at this place in our area. So it serves a lot of purposes, but it's a good people right there. We also have RTC. We both were down there, and we got to see the Prater and 4th Street opening, and that was a pretty amazing thing. The history that's there alone of how important that road is. I don't know that I really realized that until I started looking into it. And the Lincoln, and just it goes all the way back to the beginning of our city.
Yeah.
And so it's actually it's a top-notch bus, one of the best buses in the nation you can find right here in our own city. It's electric. You said it runs how often?
Every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes.
From Reno to Sparks. It's really kind of connecting the two cities, the two hubs.
That is such a cool thing. So anyway, if you're looking for it, I know some people might say, well, I don't really drive a Prater. Prater's not really a place. You might want to check it out. They didn't just put a bus line in. They redid the whole street, the whole thing, and that's our federal tax money at work. So that's not our money in the sense of city. That wasn't Reno's money in the sense of that. It was our federal tax money at work. And so we are thankful. I'm honored to serve on the RTC. That's in your ward. I know we're both very involved in all that. So it is a fantastic thing. But I've enjoyed going up and down Prater. Actually, I've used it a little bit more just because it's done. It's nice.
And then at the bus stops too, you have that history factoids.
Oh.
Neat old photos. It's super cool.
It's amazing. And then I tell you what, not too far off the beaten path over there, we opened up the Nevada State Veterans Home. Now this home is going to serve as almost more of like a hospital in a sense for our veterans and their spouses. And so it's a beautiful place. I am so pleased, so impressed with it. And they actually don't have anybody going in yet. They're doing all their final permitting. But if you are a veteran and you have this kind of assisted living needs, or you're going through some health things, you want to go get your name on that list. Okay, listen, they're right now taking names, and you know your Medicare works, all that stuff works there, and they know how to work with you. So if you're a veteran, you want to go check this out, and it's called the Nevada State Veterans Home. On 36 Battleborn Way, right here in Sparks, and it's a statewide home. So please, it's exciting that it's right here, and we'll continue to be way involved in that, but it's a beautiful place made for our veterans to honor them.
And then even if you aren't a veteran, it is open to the public too.
Oh yeah.
You have a sports bar,
Exactly.
a barber shop, some really neat things where you can get down there and engage with others.
Well, they're even out front. They're doing this cool Gold Star thing for families to come, and I saw their write-up of it, and that's going to be neat too. They're just doing, you know, I love what our state does, and I love how we honor those who've really given so much.
And I think our last one is 1,000 compact paper cranes, which is a new art piece that we put into the movie theater downtown Sparks.
So you're talking about Galaxy?
Yes, Galaxy. The new Galaxy down there. So they're folded paper cranes made out of combat veterans' uniforms.
Oh wow!
So you can do some science, and you can make paper out of clothes. And so they created this combat paper, then the community came out and folded them. And now there's this beautiful art piece made out of cranes.
So when you're down there watching a movie down at Galaxy in Victoria, or you're walking through, there's an art piece down there. Now, some people maybe say, well, art, is that really good news? I say yes.
Yeah.
Art is such an important thing. It expresses our culture. It kind of reminds us of things, especially this particular one. How awesome is that? You know, it's made out of things from our veterans, and so. But I tell you, we have so many great things going on. And just for a minute, let's just talk. Why do we even do this video?
Well, I think, Christopher, one of our main reasons is there's so often of our local news stations and other news stations, you know, nationally, focus on not so much the good news.
Yeah, and it's hard. I mean, people need to know about stuff, but it does seem that, you know, we just listed all these things that are just great happening in our community, and very few of them you would know about, because if you just watch the news, they don't show these. They show a lot of the negative things that happen. And don't get me wrong, it's sad, and there's some hard things going on that you might want to know about. But I want you to know there is hope. There are good businesses doing good things. There are great people doing great things. There are students doing fantastic things, and we're trying to find these stories and make sure you know about them. So, well, very cool. So if you have a story yourself, we need you to email us right here, and we want to make sure that you let us know about it. We would love to make sure your information is on our news channel.
It'd be awesome to definitely come together as a community and help spread the good news.
Well, we'll see you next time. Thank you, Sir Donald.
Yeah. Take care.
Happy New Year.
If you're looking for good news, then pull up a chair with Donald Abbott and Christopher Dare. They've got local stories you'll sure want to share, so stay right there. Good News Media, where your go-to for